CTV News at 5 with Tony Ryma and Rick Wyman with weather.
Good evening. Glad you are with us on this Thursday, November 6th. Let's start in Timmins, where police are investigating a deadly shooting. It happened last evening near downtown. Police arrived at a multi-unit dwelling shortly after 8 p.m. at the corner of 5th Avenue and Cedar Street North. Police say 2 victims were shot. One was pronounced dead at the scene, and the other was taken to Timmins and District Hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Officers were still on the scene this afternoon and are asking for the public's assistance in identifying the person responsible for the shootings. Well, shifting gears, a little more sunshine today, but still on the cool side. It's time for your first check on weather. I understand there is some active weather people should know about. For that, let's bring in CTV's Rick Wyman.
Have a look, Tony. That low pressure system affecting the Highway 11 corridor, Iroquois Falls, Timmins, Cochrane, Caphurst. 5 centimeters of snow for this evening, 5 to 10 for tomorrow. We told you about snow hitting Northeastern Ontario, and here it is. Here's that system as it moves into the Northeast, affecting those areas with, well, we said it before, we'll say it again. Lots of snow in the area, and it's starting. So again, your first take on weather brought to you by CAA. Get your membership today at getcaa.ca. We'll take a look at the 5-day forecast and a lot more coming up in just a couple of minutes. Tony?
Thanks for that, Rick. An update on the 2 crashes in Sudbury yesterday that killed 2 pedestrians. A woman has been charged in connection with a fatal hit and run on Maley Drive. Police were called to Maley Drive at the Notre Dame Avenue on-ramp at 6:15 yesterday morning, where they found the body of a 37-year-old woman. She was pronounced dead at the scene. A 23-year-old woman is facing 3 charges, including failure to stop for an accident resulting in death. As for the fatal collision at Atlee Avenue and LaSalle Boulevard, police say no charges are being laid. Their investigation determined the driver in that crash was not at fault and that speed, drugs, or alcohol were not factors in the incident. A 39-year-old woman was fatally injured at 4:40 yesterday morning and was later pronounced dead in hospital. Charges have been laid in relation to the arson at a Sudbury convenience store earlier this week. Around 1:30 Saturday afternoon, police and fire crews were called to Lagacé Convenience on Notre Dame Avenue, where a shed behind the shop was on fire. An investigation revealed the fire had been intentionally set. Police have charged a 30-year-old man with 2 counts of arson and breach of probation. The Ministry of Education's report on the Near North District School Board was addressed yesterday by the Education Minister. Paul Calandra is threatening to intervene if the board doesn't take the matter seriously.
I shouldn't have to wait as the Minister of Education for a school to turn into what the Near North situation has for me to step in. And under the rules that I have right now, it is very difficult for a Minister of Education to step in to put a school or a school board back on track.
Speaking to reporters in Toronto, Calandra urged the school board to act. He doesn't believe the board is taking the matter seriously and is threatening to step in. Calandra is emphasizing that in the wake of the report, the Ford government needs Bill 33, which, if passed, would give Ontario's education minister more power to take control of school boards, particularly around matters of public interest and expenses. In the report, the ministry issued 15 binding recommendations with a deadline. Near North Teachers ETFO president says the report doesn't put the blame on the right people.
With senior management, and especially in regards to the director, I think that is something that the Minister of Education should take a look at. We were not aware of the credit card issue. In terms of transparency in that, it's not there. So yes, I believe that that's somewhere where the Minister of Education could actually help.
Hammond adds some of the recommendations regarding trustees in the report are unreasonable and won't be doable, leaving the door open for the minister to take over, saying it takes away from local democracy. A major gas leak in Kirkland Lake that forced the evacuation of businesses and homes today is over. Police were evacuated from Government Road between Water Lane and LaBelle Avenue around 3:30 this afternoon. Provincial police issued a release advising evacuees that it was safe to return to their offices and dwellings. Kirkland Lake Mayor Stacey White says she was pleased with how emergency crews handled the situation and the town ensured people had a safe place to go.
Approximately just before 10 o'clock this morning, there was an incident involving a vehicle which resulted in a gas leak in our downtown core. There was several businesses in the downtown core that needed to shut their doors for the time in question. There was several individuals that were also unable to go back into their homes. We did set up at the community complex for people that needed lodging or facility usage.
OPP say the exact cause of the gas leak remains under investigation. Police add a section of road between Wood Street and McCamus Avenue remains closed to allow the Kirkland Lake Fire Service to continue its investigation. It's time for a quick break. Coming up on CTV News at 5, Rick has your full weather forecast. Also ahead, new numbers show higher rates of toxic drug overdoses in the Sudbury area. That story when we come back.
We will never forget your bravery, your strength, your sacrifice.
The very best and bravest of our nation. These heroic souls stood on guard for freedom.
Join the CTV News team and me as Canada comes together to remember.
Remembrance Day 2025, Tuesday morning at 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific on CTV.
Hate to say it, we've got some snow in the forecast in the northeast, in the Timmins area and points east and west beginning this evening, 5 centimeters. 5 to 10 tomorrow. There's that warning as issued by Environment Canada Forecast Radar. Here's the system with oodles of snow by about 9 a.m. tomorrow, continuing through. In the south, you'll get more rain, but again, some snow in that forecast along that Highway 17 corridor. Or excuse me, the Highway 11 corridor. Sudbury Nickel Belt, here we go. Rain tomorrow at 4, -3 Saturday, sun and cloud. Cloud on Sunday, -5. Chance of flurries on Monday, -3, and cloudy for Remembrance Day come Tuesday. In Sault Ste. Marie, Algoma, rain tomorrow at 8, 0 Saturday, sun and cloud. Sunshine Sunday, -1. Cloud cover Monday, Tuesday, 0 and +3 for Remembrance Day. Here we go with the big snow story. Timmins, Cochrane, Kapuskasing, Hearst, Iroquois Falls, Moonbeam, parts in between. Snow tomorrow, 5 to 10 centimeters and a high of 2, -13 the overnight low. Saturday, sunny skies, -7, -17 the overnight low on Saturday night. Sunday, -5 and -14 the overnight low, warming up on Monday. Chance of flurries, -3, and for Remembrance Day, -1 with cloud cover. How about Temiskaming Shores and Kirkland Lake? Snow rain mix tomorrow at 3, -4 Saturday, some sun and cloud. Sunday, some cloud cover and -5. Chance of flurries on Monday at -3, and Remembrance Day Tuesday, we've got a high of -1, so pretty well cloudy skies right across the northeast for the 11th Remembrance Day coming up in just a couple of days on Tuesday. North Bay, West Nipissing, rain tomorrow at 4, -2 Saturday, -4 Sunday, cloud cover both days. Monday, we've got the chance of flurries, the odd sunny break, -3, and again, cloud cover on Tuesday with the high of -1 for Remembrance Day. Tony, that's your outlook right now. It looks like Timmins, Cochrane, Kapuskasing, Hearst, Iroquois Falls, and parts in between will bear the brunt of that snow, but 5 centimeters for this evening and 5 to 10 tomorrow. That warning issued by Environment Canada. Back to you.
Thanks, Rick. The Brampton man who pled guilty to assaulting a peace officer in North Bay last spring will be spending time behind bars. 21-year-old Sahibjot Singh was sentenced to 4 years in prison, less time served for his actions on May 31st, 2024. Singh admitted to being high on drugs when he struck a North Bay police officer in 2 parked cruisers near the city's waterfront. Ontario Court Justice Aaron Lanevool agreed with the Crown that by attempting to escape, Singh became a present danger to public safety. He will remain in jail for the next 21 months. Singh also received a 3-year license suspension and a 10-year weapons ban. Singh has already received a deportation order. His lawyer says he won't appeal it. New statistics show Northern Ontario is seeing more toxic drug overdoses than the rest of the province. Public Health Sudbury District says data from Ontario's Chief Coroner's Office shows rates in the region are more than triple the number in Southern Ontario for drug toxicity deaths. From January to September this year, there have been 89 suspected drug-related deaths in the Sudbury, Manitoulin districts alone. Public Health saying it hopes sharing this information will increase awareness about the issue.
In addition to the toxic drugs crisis, our substances may be different in the north, but we also know that we may have lack of access to services, health services, mental health services, treatment and addiction services. Our type of work might be different in the north, more labor work.
Public Health is also issuing a warning this week as additives to the illicit drug supply are leading to heavier sedation and overdoses. Schools across our region are holding Remembrance Day services leading up to November 11th. And as CTV's Angela Gemmell tells us, some Legion members are making sure students understand why.
We will remember them.
The students at St. Charles Catholic Elementary School in Chelmsford repeat back to the Sergeant at Arms leading their annual Remembrance Day service.
I really like the Remembrance Day services because I find them really calming. To me, it means like remembering people who fought for us and like what they did.
The school's ceremony included typical elements of a traditional Remembrance Day service, with students taking part alongside members from Legion Branch 553.
Now we bow our heads for 2 minutes of silence.
The Legion members took time to explain elements like the different flags being used and even answered questions from the students.
We don't want the kids to forget, all our past veterans that gave their ultimate sacrifice, their lives, to protect our freedom. And that's the message I think I'm trying to relay every time I come every year, how costly it was for us to be liberated and free.
As I said in the service, nothing pleases me more than to see children remembering. They really were paying attention, listening, they were curious, they had lots of good questions. And it was a pleasure to be in front of them.
The students even made special artwork that ordained the walls of the gymnasium during the ceremony.
I think it's we really need to remember all those people that fought and died for us. Kids that don't know much about the military and that kind of stuff. It's a good way for them to learn.
Next Tuesday, the entire country will take time to remember the 2 million who have served and continue to serve. It's a lesson new generations continue to learn about and understand the importance of. Angela Gemmell, CTV News, Chelmsford.
Major donation coming up on CTV News at 5. 2 companies are helping the Rainbow District School Board and its Think Trades initiative. The Rainbow District School Board's Think Trades initiative is expanding thanks to an investment from 2 Greater Sudbury companies. CTV's Lindsay Aylick tells us more.
Have tools, will travel. It's the slogan for Rainbow District School Board's Think Trades initiative. What started as a pilot program 2 years ago now has a new truck and trailer to take trades education on the road.
It allows us to thrive in our program. We've received a donation of a few more tools now, so there's more hands-on when we come to a classroom. And then again, students aren't waiting for tools. They've got access to them right away. And then the transportation is huge. The Rainbow District School Board is very big geographically. So we cover schools from Manettville to Gore Bay. So be able to bring that opportunity to them is very crucial.
The hope is that investments like this can help with the growing demand for skilled trades workers.
It's no secret. There's a struggle right now finding skilled trades workers. Lopes, and I think every industrial contractor can speak to that as well. It's challenging for sure, but we hope that programs like this and getting involved with students will encourage them to explore opportunities in the trades, whether that's with Lopes or with another company. We just hope that they can find their passion within the trades.
The new equipment was unveiled at Alexander Public School as grade 8 students had access to safety equipment and a variety of tools which were used to create create a multi-trade toolbox.
It consists of working with wood, aluminum, some 3D design, 3D printing, some graphic design, and a little bit of plumbing thrown in as well. Just a chance to introduce a lot of trades and possible career opportunities for students.
It's a new experience. I haven't really gotten a chance to do this before, but I'm finding it pretty fun.
I get to use all these cool tools that I've never used before. So I think it's really cool, and it's like nice having help to do it too.
Lope sits in its second year of a 10-year commitment of giving $100,000 to elementary and secondary students through trades programs. Lindsay Alick, CTV News, Sudbury.
Concerns in the field of nursing were top of mind at a meeting held last night for those in the Algoma district. The Registered Nurses Association of Ontario is on its 11th annual fall tour. CTV's Corey Nordstrom has more.
The recent meeting between nurses in the Algoma district and officials with the Registered Nurses Association of Ontario allowed locals to voice concerns in the field that they want to see addressed by the province. Among them, a number of changes directly towards nurse practitioners.
The equality in pay and recognition for them, and the autonomy so that they can focus on family health, general practice, working at long-term care facilities, and having the government start funding them, because in the long run, they provide just as equal service as the doctors do, but at a cheaper cost.
Leaders with the association noted that recruitment is on a high across the province. However, they're seeing a significant number of nurses aged 24 to 35 leave the profession.
We do need to make sure that the retention of that cohort is critically important, because once you pass that stage, I think you set up your family, you set up everything. You're not going to just say, oh, I move, right?
Greenspoon says that retention and recruitment can be more difficult in the north, but the CEO notes that the Minister of Health is working on a human resources strategy for the north.
So reports and strategies will not cut the cake unless there is funding and actions that deliver the outcomes that people need. And it's not only one action, it's not only, and that goes for the province too.
A Ministry of Health spokesperson responded to the many concerns from the RNAO, saying in part, Ontario is proud to lead the country with the largest healthcare workforce and the highest compensation rates. Since 2018, we have registered a 100,000, a record number of new nurses, and we have another 30,000 nurses currently studying at one of Ontario's colleges or universities. Corey Nordstrom, CTV News, Sault Ste. Marie.
Just one game last night in the OHL. The Sioux Greyhounds fell to the visiting Flint Firebirds in a close matchup over at GFL Memorial Gardens. The Hounds dropped a 3-2 decision to the Firebirds. On deck tonight, Sudbury Wolves head to Barrie to face off against the Colts. Game time there is 7 o'clock. How much money did it allocate? When we return, we're going to talk about the federal government's investment in technology. You're watching First at 5. The federal budget was released just 2 days ago, and there are specific funds allocated for the tech space. To tell us more, Ritesh Kotek, cybersecurity and tech analyst, now joins us. Hi there, Ritesh.
Hello.
What do you think of the government's investment in tech?
I think it's much needed. There's going to be almost $1 billion that's going to be put into Made in Canada AI. So ensuring that we have the infrastructure, but also the technology. One of the biggest issues that we're facing is that we have access, we have resources, but we don't have Made in Canada technology. So hopefully this will bolster the AI space. The other big component of this is going to be $334 million to quantum computing. So clearly this is something that the Canadian government is invested in and saying, look, we have the resources, we need to make Canadian tech for Canadians.
Ritesh, I'm wondering, is Canada going to be regulating digital currency? What do you think?
I do believe that there's going to be regulation coming in the very near future when it comes to digital currency, in particular what we call stable coins. So when we think of cryptocurrency, one of the issues has been the fluctuation, the fact that there really isn't any backing around it. That's where stable coins come in. So you have a digital coin and it's stabilized essentially with known currencies such as the US dollar or the Canadian dollar. So I do see regulation coming in for stable coins. I think this is going to be a step in the right direction. It'll provide clear guidelines. It'll provide organizations the ability to trade, and it's in line with what the rest of the world is doing when it comes to regulating digital and cryptocurrency.
Okay, Amazon was fined $10,000 in a case that defines what delivery means in BC. Tell our viewers more.
Okay, look, we've all had packages come in and or we got a notification that a package has come in and we're wondering, where is my package? And you reach out to your bank, you reach out to the delivery company, you reach out to the vendor and they say, no, we've delivered the package should be there. But what does delivery really mean? And it seems like in BC, it means that you're actually delivering it to the person. So I think that this is something that's definitely going to be challenged by Amazon because it sets this precedent that you need to actually deliver it to the person. I think that we're going to see the way delivery operates potentially change and what it actually means to have your product delivered. So a phenomenal situation here. I think we've all had those lost packages, and now the BC courts are saying, look, when it comes to consumer protection, we really need to define what delivery really means.
Good point. Ritesh, always great to talk with you. Thanks again.
Thank you so much for having me.
Ritesh Kotak was our guest, and to see more of our Tech Talk segments, don't forget, go to our website, CTVNewsNorthernOntario.ca. Our first community close-up comes to us from Sault Ste. Marie. Wendy Lynn Hill sent us a photograph this week. She says, "Old Man Winter is coming, a light dusting of snow." Thanks so much for this, Wendy Lynn. Still in the Sioux, Bruce Lee snapped this beautiful picture of a sunset from Bellevue Park on Monday. He says it was a very cloudy and windy day. Appreciate you thinking of us, Bruce. And let's go to Blind River. Larry Kirtley sent us a couple of pictures. He spotted a barred owl along with a good-sized coyote in Blind River. Nature is all around us. You just have to look for it. Thanks, Larry. And there's more news for the North coming up at 6 o'clock. For now, continue watching as we hand things over to CTV National News.